Happy Halloween! Okay, so, since it's Halloween, and it's my favorite fucking holiday, and all that, I decided I would tell a story that, I can't come up with any spooky stories, because I already told all my paranormal experiences in a video already, but, I remember something that I went through, I guess, that it would be considered kind of scary. So I'm going to tell a scary story, true story, for Halloween. So in some past videos, I spoke about living in a certain house. One of the videos for reference is living with a mouse infestation, that video. This is about that house. Now, this is a house I lived in when I was in a relationship with a guy I have mentioned several times on my channel. He was abusive. He's the one who wound me up in the hospital. Whatever, I've told that story. So this is when I lived in a house that I lived with him in after he had put me in the hospital and I kicked him out and I was living there by myself. So this is when I'm living there by myself. This was a few years ago. I think I was like 21, 22, something like that. I'm 29, almost 30 now. Anyways, I was living there and he was just kind of a scummy guy, and he would fuck people over, steal from people, do all this, that, and the other, right? And then I became associated with it because we lived in the same house. He used my car a lot of the time. So it was just bad news, right? So I'm living there by myself, minding my business, and I had a friend over that night, so thank God I wasn't alone. It would have been a lot worse, I think, if I was completely alone. But I'm sleeping in my bedroom, and okay, so the way the house is set up, it's a really old house, so you walk in the front door, and it's just an open living room with the big archways as doorways, and then the back is the kitchen, and then if you walk in the door and turn immediately to your right, there's a bedroom back there. And my bedroom didn't have a door. It was a huge archway with curtains, like a stage. You would have to pull the thing and the curtains would open, and that was how you got into the bedroom. So my bedroom, the windows in my bedroom were the front of the house, right? So I'm sleeping, and it's the middle of the night, probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and I hear this loud crashing noise. And I don't know if I've told this story on my channel. If I have and you've seen it, I apologize. I'm telling it again if I have. I don't remember what I've said and what I haven't. But this is a story I remember that I think is scary. And since it's Halloween, let's tell scary stories. It's the middle of the night, and I hear this crashing noise. It sounded like something had fallen off the wall, like a mirror or something had broken. And I sat up, and I didn't see anything in my room that had... Damn, the wind's blowing hard. I didn't see anything in my room that had fallen, so I figured it was something in the living room. Like I said, there isn't a door there. It's just a curtain, so it did sound like it was in my room, but I was like, there's no fucking door. So it could be in a completely different part of the house, and this house is so small, and there's only a couple rooms, and there's no fucking doors in between them. So I laid back down, thinking nothing of it, and then a while later, I don't remember how long, I'm laying down, I hear it again, right? And I sit up, and it's, cold in my room, colder, and I heard the noise again, and I woke up the person I'm with, and I'm like, okay, I heard the noise again, I need to see what, if things are falling, what's going on, it's fucking cold in here. Somebody had busted all of my bedroom windows, and my dumbass is so out of it that I didn't even notice that there's huge rocks on my floor, big ones, and that both of my bedroom windows are completely shattered in. So thank God I wasn't close enough to the glass to get, hurt, because my bed was not that far away from the windows. I'm so fucking out of it and sleeping that I think a mirror, fell off the wall, and both of my bedroom windows got completely busted in at, 2, 3 in the morning, right? And so there's literally nothing I can do. It's the middle of the night. I can't, I didn't call the police. I don't know why I didn't call the police. Probably because I was a fucking idiot. I didn't call the police. I just was like, somebody's fucking with my house, because they knew that old boy lived here, and just wrote it off as somebody fucking with me. Me and the person that had stayed the night, we left, and we went to their house. for the rest of the night because I was like, my house is going to be freezing before morning because it was wintertime. It was cold out. And my windows are busted in. I was just like, I need to not be here. There was nothing worth stealing in the house, so I didn't give a fuck that people could get in my house. I was like, you can take whatever you want. There ain't a goddamn thing in here, and there truly wasn't. There was a small little box TV that wasn't worth shit, and, like, my clothes, and, like, a dining room table. I didn't even have furniture. Like, this looked like a fucking trap house. Like, I had no furniture. I had my bed. My clothes were all in bins. Like, totes on the floor. Not folded, just, like, in the bins. Because I couldn't, like, there's nowhere for me to put them. So you just throw them in the bins. I had, I think a chair in the living room. And a dining room table and chairs that didn't match in my kitchen. That was all I had in that fucking house. Like... And my little bullshit box TV was sitting on, like, this little thing. It was a mess. I was like, if people want to come in my house, they can fucking come in here. I don't have nothing to take. So, we left, and at this point, I'm already paranoid because living with that guy really messed with my state of mind. I had knives all over my house, like, every nook and cranny. I had knives hidden everywhere. I was so scared, and I didn't own a gun. So I got, like, knives tucked in every nook and cranny in the house that you could possibly think of. You turn the corner and there's a fucking knife in, like, they were everywhere, right? For someone who had no furniture, I certainly did find hiding spots for knives. I went back home the next day, and I don't know if it was the same day. I know it was within the same week. The timeline's kind of fuzzy in my memory, but I know it was probably within the same week. I come home from wherever. I don't know, because I don't remember the timeline. And I go in, and it's cold in my house again. And this is after the windows have been fixed by my landlord. So I'm like, oh, fuck, what happened now? My back door had gotten kicked in. There was like a little glass window in the door. It was shattered, and then the door is completely split down the middle. It looked like somebody had stood there and, like, kicked it, you know? And the only thing that kept them from coming in was, like, the little bullshit metal locks, you know, where, like, it's on a chain and you lock it. That hadn't busted, so when they kicked the door and it didn't fall in, I think on the first try, they probably just got scared and ran off. It looked like they kicked the door, it split in half, but it didn't fall in like they were expecting, and so they ran. At this point, my landlord is like, look, this is a fucking disaster. I'm like, I can't help it that people are fucking with my house. I'm not fucking with my house. I'm not the one tearing my shit up. What the fuck? So living there was horrible, and I remember after those two incidents happened, I was super paranoid. I didn't sleep for days. I would be up all night, carrying a knife around my house, like, looking around, like, I looked like a fucking psycho, like a fucking crackhead, like, whacked out of my mind. Like, I'm walking around the house, like, peeking around corners, and, like, it was a fucking mess, dude. Living in that house sucked so fucking bad. And what sucks the most is that house has significance to me because it was one of my childhood homes where my grandma and papa lived. And then when I lived there with that guy, it just turned in... It's... In my mind, I disassociate them from each other. Like, I really compartmentalize my memories to where I don't see them as the same house a lot of the time. When I remember these bad memories, they do not cross over with my memories in that house from when I was a kid, like, at all. It's like two different houses almost in my mind. And I think I have to do that to preserve the wholesome, loving quality that it had when I was a child. So yeah, living in that house was awful, and I hated every fucking second of it. But I don't know, I figured that would be a good, like, scary story to tell, and even if I've told parts of that on my channel before, I may have, I'm sure I have new subscribers that maybe haven't heard it, or if you have, yeah, fuck it, I told it again, I don't know if I said it or not, like I said. But I'm pumped for tonight, even though it's literally snowing and raining right now. And it's fucking cold. I only got this so I could show off, like, my costume. And this isn't my costume for tonight. I'm going to be Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone, but I couldn't wear that to work. I didn't want to have, like, a wig on and, like, all this weird shit. So, this was, like, my work costume. I'm the Cheshire Cat. So, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed my story. Just remember, there's always hope tomorrow will be a better day.